10
Oh, very nice. Should be with Mazel.
They're having it in Gan Saka.
Are you prepared?
I wrote today. Yeah, I wrote and I chazed it today. We'll see if it's
You got to put on a suit
I
for
tell
that.
people that they should put a man's voice onto their phone.
I guess so.
I don't see why you should have a lady's voice. No? You should have a lady's voice on your phone.
Serious.
See, my trouble, Shmuel David, is the other Zaidi. Well, is a Rosh Yeshiva, so.
Okay,
Yeah, so
ready to
you got to make it
Guy
sharp.
telling you where to turn, you're not gonna listen to him. A woman, you have to be careful.
What does that mean?
Listen to her, she'll screw you out. She'll take
Okay,
you
we're
a
in
different
Simon,
direction.
Simon Bob, right?
Yep.
We're talking about making bracha levatalas and Haitzi Shem Shemayim levatala. So I thought maybe to discuss the Pesach, but I'm not. We're not doing it. Unless you want to, right? Because there's a lot of bracha levatala, bracha shein tzrichas that's possible when you're eating your 2 meals on Shabbos morning, if you so choose to eat 2 meals on Shabbos morning, right? So if you wash and bench and then right away wash and bench again, right? Well, not the bench, but the wash. It's different in Hagim, but
So Rav, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's it like? Get up at 8:00, 8:30, have my motzi, and just nash for the next 2 or 3 hours, and then have my meal.
you could do that. But how you having shalosh shudas? That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay, well that's true.
Right? How you having shalosh shudas?
Especially that the mitzvah is after mitzvah, right?
Shalshudas has to be matzah. You're talking about either matzah or challah, right?
Yes.
It's not regular food. That's not the issue.
Regular food?
The issue
Yes,
is not
it's
the
regular.
food.
Everything is an issue.
The issue is the matzah to wash. What are you washing with, right?
What do you mean?
So what does that answer? So what does that answer?
You're not washing.
No one's saying you're gonna wash twice. Many people are gonna wash. What time is the shul here down?
7.
7? 15 minutes earlier than the yeshivas.
Maybe 7:30.
Somebody said this is the first time that he could remember that Sulitz is davening a half hour before everybody else. Shalosh was 7:15.
They're not going to still finish after everybody.
They might. They
I'm saying
might.
they're still going to finish after everybody.
Yeah. What? Sulitz is davening nets. I think 6:30.
You're not making that then.
It's Sulis that
6:30
they
is not
get
net.
Kiddush, then go home to the meal.
What?
They get the food. They get Kiddush afterward, then go home to the meal. Right.
No, but that's the what. If those that want to be Makayim, those that want to be Mikhaim Shalashudis properly, it's impossible. So that's that. So give it up. You can't be Mikhaim Shalashudis this Shabbos properly.
So I try.
According to all opinions, you
So-
can't.
so why
I thought
should-
we said we're not discussing this.
Okay.
But look at that.
So why bust your basic?
See,
time?
Whoa, you try and do whatever you can. You try and do whatever you
So
can.
no, what is
So the
the?
question is how much are you gonna make yourself?
No.
Right?
Well, let's
If
see.
you're talking about bracha levatola or whatever, according to Rashi and Rashbam, when I met by moitzi matzah, what am I making a bracha on the matzah for? What am I saying moitzi matzah if I don't want to be yotze the mitzvah? What am I saying that bracha for?
Why are you not wanting to be the mitzvah? Why?
They say this matzah by afikoyim is the mitzvah, right?
You mean according to the shitas that hold that
The Rashi and the Rashbam. So what am I making moitzi matzah? What am I? What? I don't want this to be
No,
the
do
mitzvah.
they hold that? They still might be making brachas and tzvitas. Do they? I don't know, Taka. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that's the thing. But bottom line is you're gonna eat 2 sudas. If you don't want to have any shilas about making brachas, shein tzrichas, or bracha levatalas, or whatever it is, then that's why we're davening so early, so that you could eat a meal and then take a nice break, and then wash again without any bracha shein tzrichas.
How long of a break?
So that's the thing. How long of a break? So half hour is best. I don't know, best is an hour, but I don't think anyone's gonna have the time for that. Half hour, 20 minutes, some say, and then there are parts
Then
that
you
say,
wash
no,
the
no big
shalosh
deal. You just, yeah.
And then you wash.
But now,
But again, you gotta still eat something after mincha because most places can hold that shalosh this is after mincha. If you do it before mincha, you're not yikes.
I mean, most people are not fasting from mincha till a seder, so they're going to eat something anyway.
True, right? So then that will be you'll be right. So your shalosh especially if you eat the meal at 11 o'clock.
So you wash outside, eat challah outside. Is that how it goes?
That's a different issue. That's a different
Yeah.
issue.
You said
That's
you have
the
to have
next-
some challah in your mouth when you walk inside.
Harold, that's the next issue. That's let's say you want to do outside. You want to take eat your bread outside and then you come back in.
With the Dunkin' Donuts.
The halacha, it's not simple because the halacha is that why don't you make brachos after you eat bread? Because it's all coming as part of the bread, right? But once you stop eating bread, so many poskim say that now you have to make brachos because it's no longer part of the bread.
Not
Right.
Makom Suda issue, just a.
It's not a makam suda issue, no. Right, so now what? Now you're eating without a bracha.
You said, no.
To make a bracha.
No, you said a
hold-
half an hour, after the half an hour, you're making the.
No,
What's the question?
Bada. No, we're talking about with the people that don't want to eat the challah inside the house. So they want to
Okay.
sit on the porch.
Right,
And they want to eat the challah and they want
Like
to
me.
wash. But then they
Okay.
want to continue the suda.
right, you have
Inside.
a mind to continue.
Inside.
Right. But the thing is, that bread patters you from making brachas on everything else in the suda. That's only when there's a potential still to eat bread. Right?
There is a
You-
potential for you to eat bread. You're just not
Well,
doing
you
it.
How?
End of the meal.
Yeah, if you want to be
Why-
killed.
If I want to, I can eat bread in my house.
What?
Why can't I eat bread in my house if I want to? It's my decision not to.
Because but no, right, but
But
you might
yeah,
say you're
is
not
he
doing
married?
it. You might say, no, because let's say it's also after this man. Let's say it's after 10:40.
That's a
No,
different
besides, it's both,
okay.
they're
'Cause
both.
Otherwise, you can go back to the porch and end of the meal.
Also, that
and
you
you're
could
not
do
a
that. You
shul
could
shachar.
go back. If you eat early enough, you can go back to the porch at the end of the meal and eat hamatzi. You could do that. That would work.
But you can't.
But you can't do that if it's already after this man.
10:45,
10,
most
whatever this
times.
man is, right?
So what do we do?
What do you do?
Whatever your wife wants.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Didn't you say you have to have some bread in your mouth as you walk inside?
You don't have to, but that's a better. That's.
I'm saying
a
that
good-
was the way. That was
No,
the
that's
way.
an exit.
There's no definition.
It's an
Well, you
exit.
just said you
What if-
shouldn't do that. You shouldn't eat outside. You said it's
I
not so
believe you
clear.
shouldn't eat outside. There's way too many shilas.
What about those
that get brought up?
What about
Just eat the whole food outside.
You could eat the whole
Eat the
foods
bread.
outside.
Eat the bread.
I don't know what
Are you
the
saying
eat
you
the bread.
should, are you saying that you should have two sudas like that?
What? Wash,
Is that what-
bench, wash, bench. Seems to be the minig of most of Klal Yisrael, I think, washes twice. Otherwise, why are we getting up so early? Okay, let me get out of here. Why are we waking me up so early for?
But is that right though?
So you don't have to daven 7:15 if you want to eat challah by 10:45. Right?
For the first time
You
and
want to
second
finish
time.
the suda, they just want you to be washed.
Yeah, why do you have to finish?
No, they just want you to eat bread. I thought the reason everybody's davening early is you have two sudas.
How funny would that be? Everybody wakes up early and then they forget to have the two sudas.
I'm not having,
I don't even know why they're waking up early.
No, because there are
I'm not
sudas.
gonna have two
Are you
sudas.
to show
I'm not
the
gonna have
sudas?
two sudas.
Why
Right,
not?
you're trying to cover as many.
Why,
bases.
yeah,
But the Aruch HaShulchan, right? The Aruch
Because you want
HaShulchan
to wash
says.
twice.
Rabbanan, the
I,
Aruch
I'm
HaShulchan
not,
says exactly
I'm
like
not
you. The Aruch
marked on
HaShulchan says
Hashalosh the whole year.
you potter from
This
Shalosh
Shabbos I
Sudas.
should be marked with.
Okay, well, if you're not marked with the whole year, so you have something to work on now.
Okay.
Waking up early is probably for the people who hold that you must have challah on the table when you're benching. Right?
No.
I don't know.
That you should have challah on the
That-
table.
that's why
So
we're
they
waking
need
up
to
early?
bench early
No.
enough to be able to have
No,
challah
how
on the
long
table.
the table is not halal.
Right, it's a minute, right?
Take a walk. Correct.
You want to die? Have halal on the table.
So there's no issue.
Honey, we have to have halal on the table before we die.
Yeah, the knife,
Correct.
salt.
Well, based on yesterday's
So,
Gemara,
right.
you take a short nap.
No, the knife you take away. I
You should
think,
take,
right?
yeah, take a short
I'm
nap.
saying
Yeah.
you go take
nap.
your nap on the couch.
Yeah, but the
That's
problem is,
considered a
you
half
know
sleep.
what,
That's what I meant.
you know what the risk is of taking that short nap? What happens
And
with
it's a
that?
2.5 hour nap.
Correct,
Older
because then
than
you
us.
wake up and it's after this month, right? So you take a nap
You're right.
between the
Thank
two meals. I don't need.
So do you put the challah on the table? You can't put it on the table.
Yes, you can. You can put on your Pesach table, no, but you can put a plastic tablecloth. Oh, so now what some of the Fruma guys are asking is that when you use a plastic tablecloth, they kind of that the crumbs stick to the plastic tablecloth,
We throw it away.
right? Right? They stick to the. So where are you throwing it away?
Have garbage outside.
But if the garbage
Before
it's not being-
10:45.
it's not being picked up. If the garbage can belongs to you.
But there's no longer using one. You hear it's hefty.
No, make
It's
it
not
happen,
yours.
What?
You throw it in
Like
your
an
neighbor's
after-
garbage.
It's not
Don't
yours.
be
You
neighbor's
do it
garbage.
you do it this way.
No, if that were the case, why does everybody go crazy about the garbage?
Non-Jewish neighbors.
Why does
Throw out
everybody
the
what?
garbage if it was Hefker? If it was Hefker, then why does everybody go crazy
Put it
about the
in
garbage?
No, right. So that's a question. I think you could sell your garbage can. You could sell your garbage cans to the guy. Then you're
So
putting
egg-
it into the guy's garbage can.
Egg matzah is not better?
Why don't you put it in garbage
What'd he
can?
say?
Egg matzah is not better?
Here's
this
the problem
point-
with egg matzah. Here's the problem with egg matzah. Continuing on the theme of whether you're making extra brachas. So egg matzah is essentially cake, right? Egg matzah has the status of cake for Ashkenazim. Right? Starting too, but you hold you could eat egg matzah on Pesach. Right?
No,
Well, okay, whatever. So it depends on the Sephardi custom. But the point is that egg matzah has got its own issues because it's essentially cake. If you had a slice of cake for breakfast together with some cereal and a banana and all that, would you wash? On a normal day, you would not wash, right? So then what makes you think that you should wash on the egg matzah on Shabbos morning?
Because it has the word matzah in it.
That's right.
No, I'm serious, because it has the word matzah.
yeah, because Manischewitz said you can wash on it.
It's very nice, but the bottom line is if you're eating just egg matzah, I would say it's not wise to say birchas hamazon on egg matzah unless you have at least 4 pieces of matzah. When I see pieces, I
The whole
mean
thing.
4 matzahs, right? Half a box, right? And if you're eating it with the food and you're using the food as a combination with the matzahs, then 2 matzahs. Otherwise, your birchas hamazon could very well be a bracha she'ein tzricha, bracha levatala, whatever.
When I sell my comments, I'm selling the soda in my office, the bread, or the frozen bread in the section of the food that we're keeping, let's say. And I'm selling the bag of my garbage can. That's what I have the comments from Shabbos this morning.
Really?
Yeah, that's a way to do it.
Why can't
That's what you have in mind?
Why not?
better than
Now,
diet?
now you're having that in mind. Before this, you had that in mind?
Everything except for the challah and tablecloth, yeah.
You don't even make inroads anyway, so it's not yours.
No, seriously, what's the problem? Why can't you?
Who has in mind to sell the cups in that garbage can?
TJ, you're just selling
just
it to
made
the
that
You
up.
guy.
can't use it. Once you sell it, you can't use it. So you can't use
I'm
it on
not
Shabbos.
using- no,
Can't use it on Shabbos because you already sold it. So if you're selling it, if you're
I didn't
selling
sell
it,
the
you can't
book
use it
now.
anymore.
Did anyone ever ask you if
but
they
I'm
can
not
sell the
selling-
chametz in their garbage can?
Now it's from after Zman,
No.
after the Zman, that's when the sale kicks in.
I'm not
Correct.
sure.
So,
Is it?
well, I'm wrapping up.
Yeah,
the
Rabbi, quick question.
bread in my tablecloth, put it in the
Hold
garbage
on,
can.
sir.
Time out.
And no, I'm gonna say you sell it, you're having a
Unless
mindset.
I just brought out that I was
No,
gonna
but you have
say,
to tell the guy. You have to tell the guy that you're selling him chametz. The mechir is on Friday, so you have to tell the guy that you're also selling him some chametz that's going to be added to the sale.
And if you don't get it for the garbage man does, you don't have it.
You know,
That's.
Yeah, how's that work?
I don't think you can depend on the guardsman to pick up
How
the
about
garbage.
that?
As
So
a
it's
bonus,
mine.
as a bonus, you got it.
How about that?
Yeah, but you'd have to make a deal with the guy that you can add chametz to the.
But if the garbage man gets it, you're out. I'm not selling it. to
Why
you.
is this Shabbos so complicated? Like, they
Yeah.
couldn't have, like, I'm just saying, like, was that the goal, to make it as complicated as possible?
Yeah, it seems like it.
How long have you been a member of this religion?
This is a pretty
Uh,
complicated one, even for us.
And
This is,
Matzah Shira,
What
can I
about
go? Can I go and make a zonus on it if I want to eat half a matzah for fun?
can you make a mezainis on it? But then you're not making hamatzah.
You're not
No,
being
it's
sued.
time. I want to make a zonus for lunch. Like, let's say tomorrow. I want to put some tuna on a
Make mezainis, of course.
zonus. No problem. Okay, great.
Yeah,
He's gonna have a whole box.
right.
Start with the charts, Erev Yontif, with the egg matzahs. You start with your charts of 4 matzahs. You take out your charts.
That's right. That's what you should come out with and put it in the stores. An egg matzah measure for
An egg
Erev
matzah
Pesach.
chart, an egg matzah chart,
Yeah,
like the Yak Nahaz candle.
correct. And with the salt water,
Oh, that's crazy.
right? Okay, weiter.
Do you usually sell your comments such that the garbage is not yours also? So that's how you do it?
I don't even know
Why
how I
can't you
do
put it in
it.
your
Yeah.
neighbor's
Because
garbage?
you-
The guy.
You can't depend on them to pick you up for
Huh?
45.
Why simply can't you put it in the neighbor's garbage?
In the guy's garbage, you
Yeah.
could.
That's it, finished. Goodbye.
You could flush it, but if you take a plastic table, what the fruma are finding is that you take a plastic tablecloth that has crumbs on it, and it sticks to it. So where you flushing your plastic? Don't flush your plastic tablecloth.
If you're that neurotic, you're gonna end up having a sewer back up.
So let's look inside.
Make sure you go to your plumber too.
Exactly, his plumber's not gonna come in and face that.
Yeah, if you want to,
Sewer back up. It ends up in your basement.
Where's your chametz?
We're saying, what is this? Shulchan or what? What are you talking about?
Shalashudis on this
Why
Shabbos.
don't you just have to go through something?
Okay, so that's what we're having. We're having that too.
I'm gonna have a Just finish the chametz. Don't get it too much. Everyone has this.
What?
No flush.
You have you. Well, we're gonna have fruit too. I mean, you're not gonna not eat from after chatzai, from after min for the whole day, right? That's what you're saying, though. Huh?
Saying, you probably,
Both,
of course, who's gonna be, you're not gonna eat for 5-6 hours, 7 hours?
Yeah.
pretty much.
So
We
you
don't-
be yoked,
That's
that
what we
way with the
do.
fruit. There's also Torah, by the way. I don't know if anybody knows that there are shitas that hold that you could be yoked shalashudas with Torah.
I'm sure there's a complication in that also this Shabbos.
Wow.
Yeah, it's always complicated to learn Torah. Oh, right.
That's the Brisker Rav.
That what?
The Brisker Rav said, they said, "Great Rebbe, why don't you learn Torah?" He says, "Because you can't slug up a herring."
Very good. Right. You can't slug up a herring. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So now back to our sugya. Zion we're up to, right? No, I'm sorry. Vav. Page Lamed Dalet in mine. Simin Vav. Siv Vav.
Rabbi Stein is home for Yom Tov. They're just away. For
Jesse, mute yourself.
He didn't want anybody to know that, Jesse.
Okay. What? You're probably right before this month. Anyway, so Kol HaBrachos. What's me? I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Person will eat first, daven fast.
Yeah. Some guys have asked, Taka, why can't you eat 2 sudas Friday night?
What? How does that work?
You eat 3 sudas on Shabbos, right? You need 3 sudas on Shabbos. You eat 2 Friday night.
How
Friday
does that
night.
help? What's the difference?
No, because if you hold, is it such a difference between making 2 sudas when most poskim hold you're not yotze shalosh sudas? So then maybe make 2 sudas at night instead of making one during the day.
Went to sleep stuffed.
Instead of 2 during the day, I'm sorry, make 2 at night.
We still need on.
Okay, whatever it is. So Sifvav, yeah?
Then you gotta find the late minion, because you're gonna go to sleep so late, you gotta find the late minion.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure we can manage that. So anyway,
There's
so Kol
always
HaBrachos.
Chabad.
Yeah. Kol HaBrachos chutz mi birchas hamazon. All brachas except for birchas hamazon. Im nistapik v'him im amaram oiloi amaram eina chayzim v'arch. If it's a suffix whether you made this bracha or not, then you don't go back and make the bracha. Why? Because brachas are the rabbanon. So suffix the rabbanon is lakula, right? So you don't.
The first 3 brothers, right?
What?
The first 3 are right. So there's
Of what? Of Birchas Hamazon, right? But all other brachas except for Birchas Hamazon is daraisa. Or the rabbanon. Birchas Hamazon, the first 3 brachas of Birchas Hamazon is daraisa, but only if you're full. If you're not full, then you're not. It's not Birchas Hamazon is not a daraisa. It's a rabbanon, right? But it's a rabbanon also only if you have a kezayis, b'kedei achilas pras. If you don't have a kezayis, b'kedei achilas pras, then Birchas Hamazon is not even a rabbanon. Right, so what? Yes, there is a shita that holds that the Yereim holds that in order to be chayav in Birchas Hamazon midaraisa, you need to also take a drink. You can't just eat. If you eat without drinking, then you're not chayav. So that's why some the machmirim say that you should make sure to drink before you say Birchas Hamazon. Right? And some say certainly don't take a drink after you do Birchas Hamazon if you didn't drink before, because then maybe you're chayav to bench. Okay, but that's a different. Yeah.
So then how do you yotze? How is the second suda if you're still allowed to bench from the first suda? If you're eating it 20 minutes after the first suda, so if I hadn't benched for a half hour after the first, I'm still allowed to bench, yeah?
If you're full, yes.
Did
you bench? You didn't bench.
So I'm still full from the first suda. So how am I washing on another suda?
Oh, and a chanami. I mean, if you're still full, that's also part of it. Yeah, if you're totally full, you got a problem. Yeah, 100%. Right? If it's achila gasa, that's another issue. Don't stuff yourself at a first meal.
Yeah, but if you know you're eating a second suda, you're not gonna stuff yourself on the first one.
I don't know. You can speak for yourself. I don't know if I'm so smart like that. I don't know. That's what you do. You limit your Suda.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's what you'd have to do. That's the same thing with Shalashudis and
You have to finish before the 10th hour, right?
what?
Just before the 10th
Finish
hour?
it. Yeah, but here, not if you're having fruit. Fruit you could have up until Shkia, you could have fruit.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
it was the whole thing.
No, fruit is okay, right?
All right.
Fine, correct. No, or a lot of lasagnas. Meat, yeah. Some say meat, you shouldn't. Meat is already more of a.
Because you need
Eating
the
meat should be a
oven.
small
You
amount.
have to go in with the oven. Whatever is gonna stop that.
The hour, the 10th hour, somehow, 10th hour.
10th hours out going into Pesach hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think somebody asked me last night, now that you bring it up, that if they could put chopped liver on the ka'ara.
Why?
What for?
For what?
For what? For the meat. For the meat part of the ka'ara.
Instead of the bait, so.
Yeah, I don't know if it would, no, I thought because of instead of the, what do you call it, the shank bone.
You're supposed to roast it. Something.
Right, so liver is roasted. No, liver is, that was the sort, liver is roasted. All right, it's a new one, it's a new kunz, right? Chopped liver. But I don't know if you mix it up with the charaisis and the chopped liver, I don't know. It looks similar.
It's also in India to have the bones. That's how they throw.
Yes, Cleveland, tells Cleveland.
Right, so some say that you have to have the bone. Yeah, okay, whatever it is. So getting back to this, so Suffolk. What? Yeah. Anyway, so Suffolk brachas is we're always makel, but the only thing is you have to try and get yourself out of making the Suffolk. If you can try and get out of the Suffolk, then you try to, right? Like how Lamashal. If you're not sure if you said bar nefashos, which happens to me all the time, which means I just must have a very high level of concentration when I say bar nefashos, right? So if I don't remember if I said it, so what should I do? You make a bar nefashos? No, you can't. It's Suffolk bracha. So what? But what do? You
make another
You take a new shakla, right? You end up going to the bathroom the whole night. That's what you on it, because every time at night you're so tired you can't even remember you said bar nefashos. You keep drinking.
It's no joke,
right? It's not a joke. I wasn't saying it as a joke. Right?
How did that do you?
To drink something now, you're gonna make a new shot. Well, that's another problem because maybe you didn't say bar.
No, but if you want to drink, you're happy to drink the drink.
Good. So why don't you say, Rabbi,
Yeah.
why don't you say
Say it, but you want this problem now to get yourself out of it. It doesn't have to be
No, because you didn't have in mind that new drink.
I understand, but you want this drink, you want to make.
Right?
This
You have to have, if you have in mind that you're having new drinks, then it's right?
The marshal, right? Let's say.
You have to not have this in mind.
The drink, the first, yeah, if you had the drink in mind, then of course you can make shop.
It won't help me if I'm a guest at someone else's house, right? Because I'm saying about that.
Yes, that wouldn't help. Yeah, but then why? No, but once you make a burn of fushes, then that means you yourself show.
If I'm not sure if I need a your house.
Right.
So I can't go and make another shop because I was already coming for that drink. I'm saying
Why?
No, but if you're mesupik, whether you made a burn of fushes, that means you were miyayish on drinking bechlal anymore. When we say it in a balabas's house, let's say that you're sitting by a balabas's house and he gives you orange juice, and then 5 minutes later brings you out milk. Say you don't make a new bracha because that was on the dots of the balabas. But if you said to the balabas, hey, I'm leaving now, Zay Gezun, then you say, hey, did I say burn of fushes? That means you gave up on drinking anything anymore. Right? No, you don't hear what I'm saying? Since you yourself gave up on drinking anymore.
So, and what about in your own house? And what about, so what about?
That would depend.
So what
if you
about
said
your
I'm
own
leaving now.
house?
If you said I was leaving now and you're getting up, then yeah, then you'd have to make.
Do we have an extra?
The thought is maybe not so. No, maybe not.
Isn't the question the same in your own house? You want a bench, all of a sudden your wife tells you, we have ice cream for dessert. So you were about to take the siddur to the bencher, to start the benching, and then she brings out, oh, we have a surprise, we have ice cream.
Right.
Same shot, same.
That's the same shot. It was a similar shot. Yeah.
What if your kids start singing Shir Amalis and you say, wait, we're not ready yet?
Because then they say, well, we sang Shir Amalis because you fell asleep, right? Right. That's what happens a lot.
That never
And
happens.
the kids are not in charge, though, although they think that they are. But anyways, the point is that you try and get out of it, or you have somebody be mitzi you. Right? You have somebody be mitzi you with the bracha. Now, is ala michya considered? Is ala michya a daraisa d'Rabbanan?
It's main sholish.
Right.
Rabbanon.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's
he
main
brings here in
sholish
the
is
bottom.
Rabbanan.
He brings here in the bottom. It's a machlekes rishonim.
It's always.
If ala michya is a daraisa or not.
The best guess.
Right.
What do we pass?
What do we paskin? It's a suffix brachas, right? It's a suffix. So what do you do? So what do? Eat more. That's what you do. If you have a suffix on ala michya, you eat more, which was what you said.
Also, you have to make another.
No, so make a new
Bracha
messiah.
Rishonim.
Make a new messiah. And then hopefully it doesn't put you over the top that you need to bench, right?
Why?
If you
But
were
if you
overanalyzing this now.
but the suffix that you made now, it wouldn't push you to the benching point.
Yes, it will. That would
Why?
combine.
It's a new.
It would combine. I think it would combine.
Rabbi,
Okay, whatever. That's
If you can't remember whether you made a, oh, Michal, how can you remember? That's not.
So this is a common question. What? What that means you ate a lot.
No, I'm saying.
Then it will take care of the suffix, you're saying. Very good, very good. Right, very good. So the thing is like this is common. People, and this is talking about also from the high concentration people, right? That they say ala michya instead of birchas hamazon. You taka washed, right? And then you made ala michya. Do you bench now or not?
No.
Right? It's the same shiloh. It's the same shiloh. I'm telling you this, I get this shiloh fairly often. What? Yeah, not myself. I don't think I've done it once, I think. But Bar Nefashis, I forget constantly. But this one, I'm not so bad. But yeah, so what do you do? So the best answer is wash again. Wash again.
With the bracha?
With the bracha, of course, because you miyayish.
And have a
This is we're talking about what you know you made ala michya. So there's no question that you have to make new brachas. So you go, you make an atilas yadayim, and atilas yadayim maybe not. If you know that you were a miyayish from your hands, so then maybe you wouldn't make an atilas yadayim. But you certainly make a eat more bread, and then say birchas hamazon. That's the best way out. Otherwise, did the poskim say?
10 o'clock here, place of the Shabbos.
Right, you have a problem then. Otherwise, you're going to have to eat 4 egg matzahs. But the poskim say lamaisa ala michya covers the birchas hamazon. You should not bench. If you say ala michya first by mistake, then you should not bench. What? No. It's not a lichatchila. It's not a lichatchila. Right.
If it's not from the status, it never happened.
Yeah. There you go. That's right. So then he goes through in the bottom, in the footnote 26, there's a lot of interesting, he goes through the different options, what to do if you have, what you have to do if you're not sure whether you should make a bracha. Right? So first is, well, does he bring it here? Can you listen? Let's say you're not sure if you made a bracha shahakal. On the soda, right? The soda's sitting here, you're not sure you made a bracha shahakal. So you want to continue drinking. Right? So now, don't drink. Meaning, if it's a bracha achrayna that it's you masupik about, right? So now that's a real subject, but to drink, so just don't drink anymore.
So if you drink enough, you make a new bracha.
Right.
And you make a new bracha.
Well, that might be a bracha sheina tzricha, getting back to that sugi, because to make a...
Wouldn't you say if you're not sure you were maseh outside, you should make a new bracha?
No. Meaning, what's a suffix? Let's say somebody has a suffix of whether he doesn't know what bracha to make on a certain food. So what do you do?
Shahakal.
So it's shahakal, but that's a scam. I mean, I don't mean it's meaning you have to do the research first, what bracha you make. You can't just say I'm making shahakal. So you text the guy. You guys know about that texting number?
No.
There's a guy from Minneapolis. It's an automated. I forgot. I have the number here. You text. It's a bot. It's a bot. I aim. I want to get in on this.
Like that.
What?
If you give me all the lachas, I can make
It's automatic answers. You text them the food, and in a minute later, you get an automatic answer what bracha you make with the man makanos. It's a gewaldige thing that the guy did.
What I'm saying
It's
is.
brachas.com. He's got a website, brachas.com, but you can do it from text.
Like that. I can build it.
Oh, yeah?
Is that his full-time job?
Give me the information to make the bot. Any
text-
response-
you text like
Yeah, we
pieces
should
and
start with the
doesn't
Yeah,
do
beginning.
try. But anyways, meaning anyways, but who says, and if you can't,
ham sandwich.
but let's say you can't find out what bracha to make. Let's say you can't find out what bracha to make. So then, do you eat the food or you just say, don't eat the food? Right?
So what is
Can I see?
sandwiches? It's machlokas what you use, right? You
What?
see, picks one. Ice cream sandwiches. It's always it's a big thing.
No, it is.
Then you
Yeah,
gotta
he
pick
picks
up
one.
psak. Then you gotta pick up psak.
Yeah, right.
What are you saying, Harold?
He gives the stop where it's from, so that's.
Is Harold saying
It's
something?
a cookie, but most of the actual.
Oh, nothing. My kids are playing with the computer.
All right. So no problem. So but anyways, but when you're masupik, whether you made a bracha rishayna on something, so who says you should continue drinking? Right?
You should make another bracha because you're definitely Masiyach.
No, you were a Masiyach Das.
How
You're
you
a
not?
middle.
You don't know if you did it. How's
No,
that
now
Masiyach
you're not.
Das?
That's Masiyach Das and bracha achrayna. This is called Masiyach Das and a bracha
I'm
rishayna.
saying bracha Rishona.
How are you? You're not Masiyach Das. I just look at my cup. I have a cup of water. I say I have no idea if I made a bracha.
So you're thinking about it? You don't need to
Can you
think
believe it?
about
I'm actually thinking. That's what I'm saying. So what?
No, that's a little crazy, no?
Why is it crazy? I don't remember if I made a bracha.
If you don't remember, you know.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm getting the Tzaddik of the Year award. Here. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I mean, let's
Let's
be serious. He's giving a shear and he's answering text at the same time.
Reb
How's he supposed to
Yaakov.
remember if he made a bracha?
That's true. Yeah. Well, yeah. What are you
Reb
saying?
Yaakov, the Kloisenberger said the most interesting shaila he had was a fellow came over to him. He had the shell yard like this. And he said, Rebbe, I've been schmoozing so much. I don't know if I daven with the first minion or I'm supposed to daven with the second minion. He didn't know if he was taking off or putting on his tefillin.
That's
The
that's a
Rebbe
real.
said that was the best shaila he ever had. That was
Okay. Okay. I give everybody a bracha that they don't have that situation. But the question is, should you continue drinking? Who says you should continue drinking? That's all. Okay, so he goes through a bunch of eights what to do. So what he does, what he can say is, one of the eights is, he says, obviously, if a friend of yours is going to start drinking right next to you, so you tell him to have you in mind. Right? That's a pasha to eitzah. But what happens if he's making mezainis and you're drinking? Can you have him have you in mind? This is a real shtick. He says, Baruch have him have you in mind, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, and you finish off Shahak Oni Yevit, and he finishes off by Reminei Design.
Wow.
Too much? What? He says that.
So he says he can?
Yeah, he says you could do that.
When you say Baruch atah Hashem,
Here he says in 26 footnote, he says, well,
you know what bracha you're-
you do know.
Each one knows what they're gonna
Right.
say.
You do know what, brother. You're right. You're saying a good point.
The first part of the bracha.
He's watching the show, he's beside the bracha.
Yeah.
He's making Baruch atah Hashem, he's having in mind.
Both. I mean, how could someone be motzi on half a bracha?
That's the chiddush.
What's
That's
happening?
exactly the chiddush.
No,
That's
he's
somebody
bringing up
new.
something very interesting.
No, he's having
No,
in mind both.
we talked about 2 weeks ago when
He's
we
having in
when we
mind
start the
both.
You don't have
bracha.
to know what you
We
write.
need to know.
But you do
when
know.
we're gonna
Oh,
finish.
you do
So
know.
you do know you're gonna finish with 2.
You know, I know that
Then I'm
he's
gonna
being
finish with
mighty
X,
me
he's
Baruch
gonna
atah
finish with
Hashem
Y.
Elokeinu melech haolam. In my head, I'm doing Shakal Niyah
Right.
B'Torah, and he's doing Baruch
And he has in mind both.
Right.
Finished.
Yeah.
And tell him, have in mind, you're making this designers.
You don't have to tell him, he's a smart guy.
He says here, he brings it from the Aruch Shulchan and the Mishnah Brura. Both say that you could do it. So you're across the board over here. that it works, right? Then he brings another bunch of eitzes, which is one is you say in Aramaic or any other English lashon. You make the bracha in English.
Blessed
Right?
art thou, type of thing?
Yeah, like Brich Rachmana Malka
yeah.
Alma, right? And by you say the Hai Mishtaya, or basically you say the bracha in English, right? Or you think about the bracha in your heart, which I don't know why that. It's better than nothing. Point of doing that is better than nothing.
Dvarim Shabbalim
Right?
and Dvarim. What about that?
What?
Dvarim Shabbalim and Dvarim. How are you gonna say in your heart?
Then he brings here another option is you say Vayivarech David, until Admi Olam Vad Olam, and then you finish the bracha. Right? Vayivarech David is whatever it goes. I should know that,
It
right?
says Baruch
I guess
atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam.
right? You say all that until that. That's another one. Or, and then this one people really don't like, is if you say the way you learn in Gemara, right? Meaning you make it like you learn, like, if you're not sure if you made Kiddush Levana, if you missed the Zman. So what some say is you take out a Tur, because the Tur Shulchan Aruch doesn't bring the Lashon of the bracha of Kiddush Levana, but the Tur does. So you take out a Tur, Shulchan Aruch, and you go outside and you read the Tur, which says.
By the time you find where it is in the tour, Kiddush Levana is over.
That could be.
It's like, who knows where that is in the tour?
I have it
That's
marked
true.
off. Shmuel David, I put a tissue there.
Exactly.
Okay, so he has a.
I'm gonna go look for it now.
Right. That's one.
You bring that down from when you Krishman, say the Torah, you say it's a Krishman.
Correct. That's all like right. Or he brings another eitzah, which he says that people are mafakvik about that, is that you bring a kid who's learning brachas, like we discussed last week or 2 weeks ago, that you're teaching a kid brachas. You could say Hashem's name because you're teaching the kid how to properly say it. So bring a kid over and say, "Hey kid,
come here.
we teach you how to make here's some soda. You know how to make a bracha? Oh, let me teach you how to make a bracha.
Let me teach you a lesson.
Right? Okay. These are kunsin. Okay, whatever. It is.
Go talk to strange little kids.
Yeah.
You,
Okay.
Baruch, come here.
What time is it? Oh, it's already 8:52. Okay, I guess we'll stop here. Fine. All right. Everybody. I know we just get started.
I can't wait.